Tony against Tony. So he makes it look like, oh, a vert ramp's a vert ramp, you know? He can do all his tricks, his most difficult tricks, on the worst ramp in the world.
You gotta adjust for it. You gotta rise to the occasion, you know? That's it.
What I would do.
This vert ramp is a little bit narrow.
That ramp has no vert and no transition and a hole in the middle of the flat bottom, but he'll probably do a Varial 540 first try, and sure enough, he does.
These guys step up to the plate and give 5,000%. As soon as they start skating and riding, it's like, what can I do to make this the best, to stoke these kids out?
Anything that's totally awkward to spin, somehow Bucky's like a cat. Like, even if he's totally upside down and backwards and looks like he's gonna land on his head, he can at least get to his knees somehow, and you're like, oh my God, it looked like he was gonna land on his back, and now he's just knee sliding down, like walking back up the stairs.
It's just hard. The scariest thing about a ramp that narrow, seriously, is your board shooting off the side and hurting someone.
Did you see the guys underneath the steps?
There's kids sticking their heads out over the side of the transition, like people lined up this far away from the edge of the ramp.
Like 10 minutes after Tony would ride, the guys were hanging out underneath the steps going, woo!
It's a miracle that nobody got smashed in the face with a skateboard today.
I got so many eyes watching me now, but I don't feel no pressure.
You do a 540 going away from me?
We got that doubles together on a 20-foot wide ramp. Some of the scariest doubles that I've done.
The doubles routine on this vert ramp, we're still looking into it, but it should not have happened. Should not have happened.
The fact that the shows have been running, people are seeing it. It seems like every time people are getting more and more excited. I think a lot of that has to do with, like, people are sitting at home going, wow, that's coming to my town. I could get on TV. I'm gonna go.
At the end of the day, it all comes down to energy. I think I almost lost my voice. I was so psyched. And the crowd gave, once again, they helped make it happen. Totally.
I hate to even think that I've got one more demo left. I hate that. I just don't want it to end. That's my comment. Don't stop it. Keep going.
We're going yachting tomorrow. Something has to go down. We can't go yachting, go to a yacht club and be behaved. I don't think so. We get to the Detroit Yacht Club, and it's remind me of some of those 80s movies where, you know, it was like a caddy day. We just come trouncing in like doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. Oh, of course, Robert Earl. I want to know who his stylist is or where he gets the Robert Earl getup.
We have to go off once in a while. We have to escape all these responsibilities.
Well, most of the days off have resulted in injury or trouble. So this was nice. This was like, okay, we're not gonna have to do. It's not like a challenge or anything. We're just gonna get to go and hang out on the boat and ride around, basically.
It was relaxing, not that amped, not that psycho. Nobody jumped off anything, nobody got hurt. It was just mellow. Nobody was even that funny, really.
I'm off the screen. I'm off the screen!
Yeah, boat was good. It was relaxing. All I remember is everybody pointing at me and laughing. I guess I fell asleep or something. But
Hey, you fall asleep in the back of a cigarette butt. Shut up back there! This is the best tour I've ever been on in my whole life. Like, I've been on 10 years of tours, and this one's 10 times better than the second best one.
This is the 10th consecutive 10-hour drive.
It's not good for the legs and the body and the mind to just be cooped up in the bus. Granted, it's plush, leather mirrors on the ceiling, the whole 9 yards, but you gotta get out. Was it Ellis's idea? I think, you know what? I think it was Ellis's idea to play basketball because earlier in the tour, he mentioned to me that he played ball.
Basketball? Cash money, baby. Cash money.
Ellis and I ended up being captains. We decided to pick. I got Tony on my team. He had Robert Earl. I had a pretty good team, I thought. I knew from the get-go my team was going to be hot.
Just remember there's a demo in an hour. It's all in good fun. Hey, right? And let's kick some ass.
Well, hold it. We got a problem with Ellis. Who's got Ellis?
Cover Bucky and cover Sal. Everyone else is going to miss it. Hawk can't shoot for crap.
Let's play basketball.
Basketball is Barry's game, and he's serious about it.
Shoot it.
This is Barry's game, all right? You now it's Barry's.
Oh my gosh!
We make the Bad News Bears look like world champions. Robert Earl insisting to play in the Gucci's. Had to play in the Gucci's.
I played a long time ago, and I think you saw some of my skills come out.
Matt Hoffman, who just twisted the wrong way, off to the hospital.
4 operations, 2 operations, 4 operations, and 2 operations. I'm not a star player.
Willie was so mad because Willie decided to get off the bus late. He was going to the bathroom or something while we picked teams, and he came out, okay, like, whose team am I on? I'm like, yo, we've been on the court for 15 minutes. He was so bummed. He just went off and like just worked on his flat ground.
Basketball was cool. That was fun because I've always been the tall guy, and I was able to pull down a few rebounds. And everyone's like, "Whoa, Robert Earl, you got some skill."
Oh! That's what I'm talking about right there.
For the last demo, you know, there's mixed emotions, you know. This is the end of the Tony Hawk Gigantic Skatepark Tour, so obviously we want this thing to be big.
The veterans like Markovich and Rooftop that have been on since the beginning are like, okay, this is the last stop. They're gonna be like all or nothing, you know, after this we just go home, so might as well just kill myself.
I'm scared about the last stop. You know, I think it's gonna come to a peak, the frenzy, you know.
As far as the crowd, it's probably, you know, if we stay with what we've seen in the past, it's going to be even more anticipation, even more excitement when we roll through the doors.
We get to the park, and you want to talk about electricity.
It was seriously like being at a professional basketball game or something.
Not just cheerleaders, but pom-pom girls.
We've done skate park tours before, but never on this level and never with this much anticipation and this much crowd.
Signs in the crowd for the skateboarders, and when we walked in and they started announcing everybody's names, you could just feel it. It was like everything was shaking. People